All right, thank you for tapping in. This is Tarot in White Gloves, where we get into the Oracle to see what we see. Remember, this is the collective you versus them. Your person's here, you are here. We're going to dive into some feelings and also intentions, blockages, actions, and who your person is and who you are in the energy showing up on Wednesday and over the next 7 days. Remember, I do read for soul tribes, soulmate, soul twins. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's get into what's going on with you. I like diving into the cycles and current energies. All right, we do have Moot, being ordinary. And let's see what we get for your person. Horus, stability and equilibrium. All right, so that's the major energy that's showing up. And we're going to go ahead and pull for some lighter energies as well in one moment. So in the meditation, I was getting a lot of different songs wanting to come through. It was like you were picking up on all these different vibrations, all these different songs. One moment it's like, what do you want? The next moment it's like, this is perfect. Is what it felt like. It kept vibrating, changing. But the station it finally ended on was, why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. So there's something like love is in the air, getting close to your loved one, reconnecting, connecting better over the course of this week. For your person, I do get an energy of being ordinary. They might feel like they are an ordinary person. Nothing is special about this or them, or this energy feels a lot like just doing what you need to do to get by in life. But it's also an energy of two. And so this is a companion, a partnership. They may be feeling more like wanting to connect, more to be in a partnership with you, which is what I was feeling in the meditation over the course of the next 7 days. But it feels like they're not stepping out or in doing anything extraordinary in their life or maybe in this connection. It's like they're just doing what they need to do. Trying to stay below the radar is what comes through, and keeping their head down, you know, doing their 9 to 5 or whatever it is that they do for work without ruffling too many feathers or coming across too strong. What I'm getting for your energy over the next 7 days is Horus. So you're feeling a little bit more powerful than your person. You're all about that stability and the equilibrium. Of course, we have the Eye of Horus that comes out of this energy as well, which is also energy that is to protect and to keep enemies away and to protect yourself, protecting the people you love, this connection, keeping away the forces that are trying to destroy it or make you feel like you're not good enough. This is energy of restabilizing within yourself and feeling like you are more balanced within yourself over the course of the next 7 days, or feeling like you can do that within this connection, like taking the reins, taking the power here and allowing things to feel more stable where they once perhaps were not. Of course, this energy is a very powerful energy. And we can see the Eye of Ra symbol and Eye of Horus, which are the same symbol here, as well as reminders. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit further into what else we get out of this. How is your person feeling in the energy, showing up in the energy? How is your person showing up in the energy over the course of the next 7 days? How is your person showing up in the energy over the course of the next 7 days? All right, we do get, the one. So a beautiful magician, divine masculine energy. Not to say that your person has to be the divine masculine. Take gender as it resonates, but this side of the energy is feeling like divine masculine. All right. And 3 more energies wanted to pop out. So for some reason, they're all in reversals. Okay, so we do get our Queen of Wands in reversed placement. We also get our Star energy in reversed placement. and we get our 9 of Cups in reverse placement. So this energy to me, it's all highlighted by Divine Masculine. It's all highlighted by can-do attitude, making something happen, overcoming the weaknesses that follow. And what I see following has to do with feeling maybe argumentative or bitchy or bossy. This energy can feel out of alignment or feeling off, or temperamental, moody. They might be feeling a little moody or temperamental as well. This energy feels unhealed. It feels like stuck in their unhealed self energy. And this is, of course, that wish fulfillment that isn't quite fulfilled. They don't quite have their dream come true. They don't quite have their wish fulfillment. Remember, this is just for the course of the next 7 days. Energy changes frequently. This is just a snapshot of what's going on. So, but because the Divine Masculine in the strongest energy here is showing up, especially for Soul Tribe and more so for Soulmate Soul Twins, this energy feels like trying to overcome that temperament, that bad mood, that moodiness, trying to overcome the lack of being healed, trying to overcome the drama, trying to overcome the hopelessness or feeling more on the negative or like a hard time seeing the positive in life, trying to overcome all of these energies that want to be healed, want to be happy, want to have that wish fulfillment, that dream come true, want to feel like, you know, their mood is in a good place, they're aligned, they're powerful, able to get done everything that they want in this connection, in work, in life. So this is the energy that I'm feeling overall that's coming from your person. Let's go ahead and get energies for you, Soul Tribe, Soulmate, Soul Twins, over the course of the next 3 days, over the next 7 days, sorry. And so we do have world energy. This is completion. This energy feels like mature growth, learning what you need to learn, coming full circle around what it is you need to learn about this person, about the connection, you know, graduating from college and going into the real life, the real world. It's taking all that knowledge that you needed, and this is growing from it, maturing from it. This is a strong energy with Saturn, the planet, and feeling your responsibilities, taking charge of your responsibilities, you know, because you're coming full circle around that. You're maturing, growing up kind of an energy. So your side feels a lot more mature than the other side of the energy, but let's see what else we get. All right, we do have our 6 of Coins. So this is also feeling like you've come full circle around the fairness, the give and take between you and your person. It's like you either have come to a certain amount of peace around what your person can give versus what you can give, and you're accepting that perhaps your person is giving less, or perhaps you're only able to give what you can give and your person's giving more. You've come to some sort of understanding, acceptance, completion around this. Or it's like finally the two of you feel like you're giving just as much as your person is giving. You're not over giving. If your person's giving a little, you're giving a little. If your person's giving a lot, you're giving a lot. But you're not expecting more from your person than what you know your person's giving, and you're not giving more than what your person is. So it feels like there's some sort of lesson around that you've learned. Let's go ahead and dive into here a little more. I'm not gonna take that. So let's go ahead and get one more energy for you, your energy. What's coming out for Soul Tribe, Soulmate, Soul Twins over the next 7 days. All right, we do get our Sun in the background, and this is a strong 3, which is an Empress. So this is a reminder of all that positivity and joy and what the clarity of what can be within this connection. But this is also strong energy around the Empress. And this is strong divine feminine. So it feels like the divine feminine placement is here, but it doesn't have to be. But this is like becoming very clear about who you are, your soul purpose in life in this connection, soul contracts that are being fulfilled, completed. And knowing that there is a divine feminine, divine masculine unit between the two of you. I see that energy coming out as well. But it's beautiful that the sun is right behind everything, because there's that reminder, which is also a strong soulmate, soul twin energy, the sun card. So we have that highlighted in the background as if saying this divine feminine has to do with soulmate, soul tribe, or sorry, soulmate, soul twin energy. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit farther into this. I want to see what we get for who your person is in this connection a little deeper. So how is your person feeling about this connection? 1 second, I need to check my pot on the stove. All right, I was baking some stuff on the stove. All right, so who is your person? How is your person showing up in the energy? Who is your person in this connection? How is your person showing up in this connection? All right, we get our starfish upright and our camel in reverse. This is also our life, work, and love energies. So overall, again, in life, they feel very empowered. In work, there may be some disempowerment over the course of the next 7 days, where they're feeling just disempowered in work overall. Something feels not right. They want to change something in work. In love, this feels like you're their wish fulfillment. They may be connecting to an Aquarius sign. There is a strong destiny, fated, North Node, soulmate, soul tribe energy as well, and soul twin energy coming up here. Specifically soulmate and soul twin energy showing up here. But it feels like they're not quite healed. The wish is not quite fulfilled. It's interesting because we do get a strong star symbol in the back here, and we get a star energy here from the sun, because the sun is also a star. And these are both reminders of that soulmate, soul twin vibe. So in the deeper energies of who your person is, how they're showing up in the current energy, we get starfish and camel in the reverse. So this feels like your person can be a charmer. Your person can turn on the charm, especially over the next 7 days. These next 7 days, it feels like dressing for success, dressing up, or putting on the charm. Witty, humorous, but a lot of times hiding what they're feeling through that humor or through that wit or sarcasm. The camel in reverse is like feeling like I don't have enough to give, or I don't have enough to show up. I'm always carrying around an empty sack that doesn't have enough resources, or doesn't have enough water to drink, or I don't have enough to give you, kind of a feeling. This is feeling a bit discombobulated from their emotions, their intuition, or their inner connection. So this energy feels a little bit more superficial. It feels like I'm not able to go super deep this week, but I am able to show up and put on a good show like that. And that's what it's feeling like. What are their energies? And I'll just draw for 4 since this side wanted 4 to begin with. What other energies do we get for your person? How they're showing up in this connection, how they're feeling in the connection over the next 7 days. Anything that wants to come out for highest guidance, love, healing, wisdom, light, and understanding. All right, let's go ahead and get one more. All right, we do get our owl and vulture in reverse too. So this is a strong energy around transformations, inner healing, you know, cleaning up the stuff that's dead around you, like the illnesses, the things that are making you sick, that sore inside that you need to take care of, that deep emotional wound. This is energy around transforming all that and making that into something that is healed. But like our star energy, it came out in reverse. It's like, but I'm having a hard time circling around. What am I supposed to do? I'm a little bit stuck with, am I cleaning this up? Am I moving forward? Am I transforming? Am I healing? There's energy showing up of like, that's on their mind, that's in their energy, in their space, a reminder to do so. Maybe they're even thinking about it a lot, but they're both in reverse. Like, but I'm still stuck. I'm not sure. Should I do it? Can I do it? And then we get an owl energy. This owl energy is about that protectiveness that you have at night, your connection again to the things you have that are unseen, like your emotions, your intuition, your soul spirit. Like the camel, it's like, I'm feeling like I'm coming into this with not having enough, not being connected enough to source, knowing that whenever I lack, I can go to source. I'm feeling like I'm just in lack. And this energy feels like I'm not really sure how to connect to my emotion, my intuition. And it's like, I know it's there. I know how something needs to be healed here, but I'm just circling about it, not cleaning the mess. So that's what we get coming for the next 7 days. Remember, this is just a snapshot of the 7 days. And you are the captain of your ship. You can course correct, slow down, put in more gas, go faster, completely turn your boat around, or stop. So let's go ahead and dive into your energy. What do we get for you? We do get raccoon. So a raccoon is a very resourceful energy. Unlike this energy that feels like it doesn't have resources, you feel like you can get everything that you need. You're being very resourceful, sneaky. You know, the raccoon will get what it needs, and it will be sneaking around at night, going through those garbage cans, taking what it needs in order to take care of itself, in order to take care of its family, right? So this energy feels like, I'm going to do what I need to do to take care of me, to take care of us. If you're a part of us, I'm going to take care of you. And it may even be a little sneaky. It may be wandering around at night when everyone else is asleep, kind of a vibe. You might be working at night, doing a lot of late night shifts or night shifts in order to get done what you need. This is coming out in, so for this, we do get, so in life overall, it's like putting on the charm. In the work energy, this feels very much like, I don't know what resources I have right now. I'm not really sure. Maybe a job is up in the air. You lost a job, or they're changing jobs, or feeling like something feels unsettled in work. And then in love, it's like, again, that healing energy that's not quite healed. Like, I know I need to heal something here, but I'm not sure. And I'm feeling a bit disconnected to my own wisdom around this. So in your overall life, it feels like you've come full circle. You've learned everything you need to heal, everything you need to know, and you're moving forward from that. And overall in your work, this is like, you're making enough, you're doing enough, you're getting done what you need to get done, paying the bills you need to pay off. And there feels like an even flow. You feel like an even flow going on. In love, this feels like a bright new day, a bright new star, new hope, a promise for a new tomorrow, promise of a new day. For some reason, that old song by Paula Abdul's coming through. Promise, promise of a new day. So yeah, this just feels very hopeful, and like there's a new promise of a new day coming through. Feeling very strong overall in love, empowered within your own, the Empress divine feminine energy, which in soulmate soul twin connections can often feel like your own intuition or psychic abilities rising, your crowning energies, and your third eye opening. So it feels like overall in love, you have a lot of positive stuff going on, a lot of positive, intuitive, soulful, and heart energies. And overall in life, it's like, I'm a scrappy raccoon. That's the energy that's coming up. So let's go ahead and see what we get in our work sector. One more deeper energy for you. All right, we do get our cheetah. This wasn't really in reverse though. I flipped it in reverse when I flipped it up. All right, and then we get one more energy. One more energy, please, for soul tribe, soulmates, soul twins in the collective for your person. I'm not gonna read all that. One more energy, deeper for how you are showing up in the connection, how you're feeling over the course of the next 7 days. Most useful, beneficial information. Love, healing, wisdom, light, guidance, and understanding. All right, I do get dragon. The black egg wants to come out underneath that. So the energy cheetah is a very strong, fiery, taking charge, tapping into, you know, this is a kick in your step. You've got stamina, confidence. You're going to go get it. You're a go-getter this week. You're going to do it. You're feeling empowered. You're tapping into spirit. You're getting it done, and you're not letting anything get in your way. You know, cheetahs will spot their prey, and they will run for it with one of the fastest speeds on the planet and get what they need. So again, it's like overall you're feeling very scrappy, resourceful, and you're feeling very getting done what you need to get done in order to make happen what you need to make happen in your life overall. And what I'm feeling here is a sense, again, in work, getting the job done. But this is also at the feeling overall in the connection. It's like you're getting done what you need to get done, tapping into your highest energy, your momentum, your power zone. And so this came out in love. So dragon and black egg energy are both spirit energies, very strong spirit energies. So in love, this feels like a third eye opening, and it feels like your inner voice coming to life. So it's like the power of the dragon and the power of the egg, which bursts all the creative force, your voice, your who you are, your spirit energy is coming alive. So there is a lot of spiritual energy in your love sector. The Empress, the black egg, and the dragon. The dragon, of course, is that mythical creature that cannot be tethered down, flies through the sky, close to heaven, keeping its eye on the world, on everything that's happening, but also really tapped into the heavens, close to the heaven with an eye on the earth. And there's a dreamy, mystical, magical quality as well coming through, and finding your voice, knowing who you are and amplifying that through the power of the dragon. So beautiful energy coming through for you over the next 7 days. And I feel like all this is coming full circle. What's also interesting is we have 2 circular energies showing up on your side, which is a strong emphasis of the eternity or the infinity of the cycle of this connection. There might be something that repeats a lot within this connection, especially if it's soulmate or soul twin. And this cyclic cycle you keep learning from and growing and elevating. So let's go ahead and dive a little farther or further. And let's get into surface feelings. So what is your person feeling on the surface? How does your person feel about this connection on the surface? Soulmate, soul tribe, soul twin connections. And are you versus them? Collective over the next 7 days. How does your person from the current energy feel about this connection? All right, we do get memories and a little bit of hurtful words or bitterness. So they might be remembering a lot of things that happen between you two over the next 7 days, reminiscing and dwelling, and something feels bittersweet. We get bittersweet here and bitterness here. So it could be bittersweet or bitterness. Something might have happened that you said, or they might be remembering words that they themselves have said had made something feel hurtful, bitter. And they're remembering this, they're thinking about it, maybe having, it feels like regrets because they're remembering it as well, and they're thinking on it. So they're realizing maybe they shouldn't have done that, or maybe they shouldn't have said this, or that must have hurt you. Something felt bittersweet in the way that I said it or put it, or something I did. Or they could be remembering something you did. You know, be real with yourself, take it as it resonates. If it's something that you did to them or said to them, it's like they're thinking of that. They're thinking of all the good things too, but it's like there's a little bit of bitterness hanging on, a little bit of resentment hanging on from the hurtful words. So, you know, if there's something that you need to clear up with your person, like with an apology or something like this, remember to be real with yourself about that. So let's go ahead and dive into more of your person's energy. I'm not going to take that one. Most useful, beneficial information. What is your person feeling about this connection on the surface? All right, we do get divine feminine energy popping out as well. So we'll go ahead and take this one. I'm going to put the others back. And one more energy for how your person is feeling in the current energy. This one wants to come out. This is heart fog, but it did fall out in reverse. So it feels like in the past, your person might have been giving mixed signals. They might have had emotions that are blocked. They're feeling mixed up, messed up. They have a cloud over their heart, their emotions, but they're coming into a lot more clarity over the next 7 days. It's like they're starting to realize who you are in this connection to them, what this connection means to them. And what preceded that was our divine feminine energy. So we got a strong divine masculine energy on this side, a strong divine feminine energy on this side, and another strong divine feminine energy over on here. We get remnants of our sun, which is a soulmate, soul twin, our strong star energy, though it was in reverse, which is a strong soul twin energy as well. So this feels like they know on a soul level that you're very connected to them, and they're becoming a lot more clear about that over the next 7 days. So let's go ahead and dive into surface energies that you have for your person or in this connection. What do you have specifically for this connection? I'll be getting into you specifically, how they feel about you and you feel about them in a minute. But the overall energies of how you feel about the connection. All right. Conflict. It came out in reverse, and longing in reverse. So this feels a little bit like you're in a cloud too, but this feels like more so you're in the cloud, or you're coming out of the cloud. Something was clouded here and now it's not anymore. There were clashings, conflicts, or differences that were getting in the way. Maybe you guys were arguing, maybe you weren't, but you're aware that these conflicts are between you, that you're not on the same page about something. There are differences keeping you apart. Something makes this incompatible, but you feel like you're putting this to rest. It's like you're not thinking about it anymore. It's not going to be something that you're even contemplating or considering anymore, or this conflict has resolved. But I see, because there's two energies that feel like something needs to be healed but is not being addressed, that the incompatibility still exists. It's just you're not making a big deal about it, or you're putting it to the side, or you're just being more realistic, coming to terms with the way things really are and just dealing with the way things are. I do see craving, aching, and wanting in reverse. So this is a sense of whatever longing and craving you were having in this connection, be it people pleasing or wanting your person's attention, or just wanting to spend more time than they can spend with you. It feels like that has dissipated. Like you're no more longing this or aching this. It's like, you know what, I'm not going to people please you. You know what, I'm not going to want more time with you if you're not going to give more time to me. I'm fine. I'm happy where I am, and I accept things as they are. So this feels more like an acceptance energy, because in the upright, this can feel a lot like an anxious energy, always wanting to have attention, or a chasing energy. So it feels like you've stopped chasing, you've stopped wanting, you've stopped waiting. In the current vibe. So let's go ahead and get one more. For Soul Tribe, Soulmate, Soul Twin. All right, so something does feel at loss here. Maybe it's a realization that something isn't healed or isn't being healed, or maybe there's not enough motivation or desire to do that over the course of the next 7 days. Something feels sad, or maybe it's just overall, maybe it doesn't even have to do with this connection. Maybe it has to do with life. So many things going on in life. There might be other relationships that are affecting you. Some sort of loss, sadness, depression hitting you over the next 7 days. All of your energy feels dark on the surface. So on the surface, it feels like a dark cloud coming over you. So the encouragement would be, of course, to focus on that light, focus on the clarity, focus on the things that you have control over, the things you can change, the positive, the good, so that you can draw more of that toward yourself. So let's go ahead and dive into, we're going to get our animal energies. If you watch my channel, you know I love the Egyptian and the Hebrew and the animals, and occasionally we'll dive into Celtic and Druids and fairies. All right, and sometimes we'll get some of the Kabbalah and Rumi and Buddhism wisdom out. All right, so we do have Spider in reverse. So overall in life, this is a sacred geometric pattern, right? So your person may be noticing patterns in their life, negative patterns and healthy patterns. Again, something that they may need to heal is what is coming to mind. But this energy also reminds me of that busy spider. You know, when it's in the upright, you're busy, busy, busy. But in the reverse, your person may be slowing down. This may be an energy of not being as busy as they used to be for whatever reasons, or not so busy with work, maybe taking more time for other things, their pleasures, their hobbies, you know, whatever those are for your person. This feels like slowing down, seeing their own patterns, recognizing some of their own patterns, and not focusing so much on work in life. Like work is not their everything, or it doesn't have to be. How else is your person feeling in this connection? We do get the Deer energy. This comes out in their work sector. So this is very calm, still thinking, what am I going to do next? Listening. This is a strong listening energy. Listening to you for advice about what they should do, maybe in work. Listening in general, hoping to get an answer from inside, you know, especially if they're, but it feels like a lot of their internal energies are reversed. So they might not be feeling like they're getting the message. But it doesn't feel like they're worrying too much. You know, whatever's going on in work, they're trying not to worry it. They're trying to just be calm, still, listen to advice, especially if it's from you, it feels like, to guide them to what to do. And, oh, 2 did want to come out. So we get our lizard and our dragonfly. So the dragonfly is a soulful energy, so it came out in love right underneath divine feminine. This, you will see a lot of dragonflies in soulmate soul twin connections. Our dragonfly is an energy that floats right above the water, which is all about those emotions, that intuition, spirit, right? And it's sifting through the wings as it flies over. So it's like a sifting energy feeling through the ether. It's an ethereal ether flying creature. So in love, it's like they feel connected with, again, the divine feminine energy showing up, but also the dragonfly right underneath. It feels like they feel very connected to you. They feel like you are their divine feminine, take gender as it resonates, but it feels like they have a very soulful or intuitive connection to you. And you know, even with this energy, even with the dragonfly, this energy is like, you know, my wings are getting wet and but I'm still flying. And I'm basking in the sun, flittering over the water, drying my wings. So there's a sense of surviving no matter what, even when it gets soaked. All right, so this energy is also a reminder of, you know, taking care of those things that are precious, like wings are a precious thing to the dragonfly, right? And they're flying right above and letting that sun air dry what needs to be dried. So this is a reminder of being able to keep your spirits up, and you know, it has that strong ethereal quality. Keeping your spirits up is what's coming to mind here. All right, so then we also get our lizard energy, and in the upright it's a strong survival mode, more so when it's in the reverse. So your person might be feeling like they are in a survival mode. It's like they're trying to tap into the divine, trying to tap into the ethereal, into what's magical. So this is strong magical ethereal energy, but at the same time it's like they're in survival mode. And the lizard is a very perceptive, right? They're very much grounded on earth, what they're seeing, what they're hearing, what they're tasting, what they're smelling. This energy is very much about all their external senses, not their internal. And that's why it's survival mode, because it's earth-based energy. So in the reverse, this is like, I am really in my survival mode. And you know, I might not even be really, though, perceiving things correctly. I might have to take a second look at what I'm perceiving or what I'm interpreting, because maybe I'm not even interpreting this or you or the connection clearly. Or maybe there's something around that with your person, like they think that they get you, they think they get the connection, but there's something that they're not perceiving. They're missing out on a lot in what they're understanding this connection to be. Or they need to be shown something more. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into you. How are you feeling about this connection? How are you feeling about this connection? All right, so we do get our hyena and butterfly reverse. I'm gonna go ahead and get one more, unless two wants to pop out. All right, just one. So we do have our hyena, butterfly in reverse, and bee energies. So this, it reminds me of your person's energy, the starfish. There's something that feels very, I'm gonna make jokes to protect myself, be sarcastic to hide my feelings, but this is a group pack, right? It's an animal that makes a lot of ruckus or makes a lot of fuss, makes a lot of loud sounds to hide its pain. So I feel like there's something around hiding your pain, and when you're in a group or in this connection, it's like you're trying to not show, you're trying to mask. This is a strong masking energy. You're masking what you're really feeling. You may be feeling hurt overall in life, work, love. It could be with family, friends. And it's like you're trying to hide something painful here. Overall in life, there's a lot that's making you hurt or feel sad, and you're hiding it with humor, sarcasm, or masking yourself. I do get the butterfly energy in the upright. You know, this is a very strong transformative energy. It's a light energy. It's airy, feathery. It's, you know, a very positive and hopeful as well. But in the reverse, it's like you're not getting in that cocoon and doing the transformation. And this is overall in work. So I feel like in this connection, but connected to work as well, there's more work that you're needing to do in order to fully transform into that butterfly. There may be more steps that you're learning that this connection is teaching you, which is going to help you overall in you, who you are as a person, but also in work, because this is connected as well to that. This feels like still needing some more work before finally fully transforming into the butterfly, so that you can show up more fully in life and in work, and how this connection has metamorphosized you. And then we get our bee energy. So this bee energy is very busy bee. It's like you're staying very busy, you're focused on your work. This is also socializing a lot, hanging out with family and friends a lot. You're here, you're there, you're going everywhere. But this is also in the love sector. So you might feel like, you know what, I'm too busy for love this week, or I have a lot going on, or I'm just focused on my friends, family, and work life right now, taking care of my house, getting things done, being that social bee. That's what's coming up. And I'm really glad to see that it's under sorrow. So, because it feels like there's something really dark cloud over you over this next 7 days. Something around that makes you depressed, that's a loss. I feel like for many of you, this has to do with life overall, but it could have to do with this connection. Something in life, family, friends is feeling really sad, and it's affecting you. You're trying to mask your feelings, and it's stalling your emotional transformations a bit, and you're trying to keep yourself busy, I think, to distract yourself. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit farther. I want to see what feelings come up for your person and how they feel about you directly. Not necessarily the connection or themselves, because we know how they're showing up, we know how they're feeling about the connection, but how do they feel about you over the course of the next 7 days? How do they feel about you? All right, we get our Seven of Swords reversed. So this is beautiful. This feels like honest, open, no longer sneaky, no longer avoiding, no longer hiding, no longer deceiving. They feel like maybe you're an open book. You're sharing with them. They feel like they can get the truth from you, or you're a truth teller. How do they feel about you? Releasing the control issues, possessive jealousy issues, anxious behaviors. This feels like, again, really positive energies. And both of these, it's like changing a negative into a positive. It's like they're feeling like you turn negatives into positives, and you don't try to control, you don't try to force, you just let things happen naturally. Wow, we also get our Nine of Wands in reverse. So normally in the upright, it's like love is hard to do. This is hard to do. This is hard work. But in the reverse, sometimes this can be, burnt out. But because it's highlighted by all these fresh energies that come before it, what it feels like is releasing whatever was hard to do. Like whatever was hard to do feels like it's a lot easier to do now. The hardness, the burdens, the issues, whatever language we're using, whatever open, honesty, communication that we're having, more direct communication, releasing control issues that we're having on this connection, or jealousy, possessiveness, anxious behaviors. For a lot of you, this can be feeling like, instead of feeling like I'm on empty and I'm never having enough, they feel like you're a giver. You're a strong giver. You give a lot. You let go of whatever people have done against you. You try to forgive, kind of. So they have a really good feeling about you. And it feels like you make whatever's hard to do a little easier. Let's go ahead and get one more. All right, we get our communicative energy. This feels like you are a good communicator. You open up communications with them. They want to talk with you. Communications are open this week for you. So beautiful energy overall and how they feel about you directly. Let's go ahead and dive into how do you feel about your person directly over the course of the next 7 days. Remember, this is a 7-day time frame, snapshot only of your energies. So we do get the Knight of Cups. So this energy feels like you want to offer something in love. You're receptive to the love that they are offering to you. You want to receive love from them, or some love offer, maybe a date, maybe a stop by your house, a love letter, a text, or you are being the giver of this love to this person. Mostly it feels like you are giving some sort of love to this person. You're inviting them out, you're giving them chocolates, or maybe, we're in the month of March, maybe someone's birthday, you're getting something for their birthday. But this energy feels like accepting, receiving, and giving in love. All right, wow. Okay, we also get the Queen of Pentacles. So this is wifey energy. You're feeling very mature, taking care of your business, because this is in the work sector as well. And this is in life. So it's like overall in life. We'll do that in 1 second. I'll go back to your person. So you are feeling like in work, you are getting what you need to get done. You are building your foundation, building your kingdom. And this is wifey energy. This is like being there for your person, taking care of your person, whether or not you're in a commitment, whether or not you're living together, like thinking of your person, taking care of your person like a wife would. And again, take gender as it resonates for you. This is just wifey energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at, it's just you're taking care of business. Our next one. All right, so I think this came out in the reverse. This is our King of Pentacles in reverse, so that's funny. So it feels like maybe you feel like your person is not quite the husband energy, but you're showing up as the wife. So this energy feels like it's not quite a matched pair. It's not quite a committed pair. So I feel like for many of you, you're not in a commitment, or you're not married, or you're not living together. But it's like you are showing up anyway, even though one half of the factor isn't showing up fully. So this feels like, you are open to love, receptive to giving, receiving, building, taking care of yourself. This is the overall in life as well. So it's like you are open to whatever anyone has to offer you. You'll consider the offers, maybe not just for this person. And in work, it's like you're also making those foundations set, building your kingdom. And in love, something is closed though. So overall, you are taking care of yourself and taking care of the connection, taking care of your person in wifey energy. But it's like overall though, I know the commitment is not there. The husband factor is not fully formed on that side. All right, so let's go and look at overall in life. Your person is trying to be more open, honest, face themselves, face their life, not avoid things. Overall in work, this is like they're freeing themselves up. They're letting something go. Again, this feels like changing jobs, losing a job, being let go, letting go of the job you had and leaving it yourself, or letting go of feeling like there's never enough here, and just letting be whatever will be. At least for this week. It's like having a pause on that. In love overall, it feels just open. It's like, sometimes love is hard. Love might be hard here, but I'm not letting it affect me this week. It feels a little easier and communications are open. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into how your person feels about you directly a little bit deeper. How does your person feel about you directly a little deeper? All right, we get our Stingray in reverse. So there's a colorful center to the Stingray that feels very soulful, like a rainbow of colors. Like they feel you're somebody who's very colorful, accepting. You're a rainbow of colors. But this also feels a little stingy. Like maybe sometimes the words you say hurt them or sting them. Maybe make them feel some kind of way about themselves or something like this. How else does your person feel about you? All right, we do get our Lamb energy. So they might feel like you're innocent, peaceful. This energy is like feeling like you're just innocent. They might have a very innocent vibe about you. Like they feel like you're naive or gullible or innocent or like a baby is, like the lamb is. One more or two more energies for how they feel overall. Okay, so they might feel like you have a strong voice. You might have a good voice, singing. You share your voice. You talk a lot. You know, the nightingale is a bird that just never be quiet. They might feel like you talk a lot. Let's go ahead and get one more. But they feel like you're true to you, like you're true to your voice and what you want to say, that you're expressive, you're creative, artistic. One more energy for how they feel about you. All right, we do get our unicorn. Had to plug in the cord so the battery would not die on the phone. Okay, so we also get our unicorn, but in reverse. So it feels like something is magical, dreamy about you, about this connection. Something is mythical, out of reach, but it's in the reverse. So it's like, it's not quite out of reach. It's a little more grounded than they thought. Maybe it's not as magical or unperceptive as they thought. There's something that they can grab a hold on with about you. You're not out of reach. You're not too magical for them to hold on to. You're a little more grounded than maybe they thought. And it's not magical. It's not mythical. It's here. It's right here in front of you, right? So I'm getting an energy where it's like there's something magical, mythical, dreamy in the quality of this connection or quality of you, but it's like it's not so out there that they can't grab a hold of it or perceive it or understand it. Let's go ahead and get 3 energies for how you feel about your person. Deeper down. How do you feel about your person? All right, we do get our swan. Well, mirror reflection. So you may feel like your person is your mirror or mirroring you, or maybe you trigger each other through your mirror. You may feel like your person's a mirror soul. This is a strong mirror soul or twin flame, twin soul connection, or soulmates sometimes mirror each other. I also get a strong energy of just feeling like your person, maybe your person spends a lot of time in the mirror, looking at themselves, grooming themselves. This energy also feels like you have a perception of your person that is like you see them in a way that maybe no one else does. You see the beauty in them. You know, that ugly duckling that grew into the swan. It's like you don't see the ugly duckling, you see the swan, you see the beauty. Or Beauty and the Beast. It's like you see the beauty, you don't see the beast. Let's go ahead and see what else. So it's like maybe you see qualities in them that other people don't, is what comes out. And I'm getting Phoenix rising. So you feel like your person is rising out of the ashes, maybe out of these energies that they need to heal into more of a healing energy. You feel your person is someone who maybe has a lot of potential or can be that Phoenix rising out of the ashes. You may feel that way again because we had so much soulful energy in the love side. This feels like it is connected also to the love, like the love itself is coming out of the ashes and rising again. Maybe it felt like something was dead or over or done, but it's like this connection has returned, your person's returned, something is being risen out of the ashes again. I also see that this is, well, we'll do that after I'm all the way done. How this connects to life, work, and love. All right. One more for, this one wants to come out, and so does this one. So we get our whale and earthworm. So these energies are a special way of communicating to each other. You know, the animals of the sea, the sonar, it's like they understand each other, but other animals don't understand them, yet they can communicate to each other across miles and miles of long distance. It feels like you have some sort of connection with your person, or you communicate over miles and miles of long distance. You have a special way that you communicate, something that's unique to you guys and not others. This energy feels also like very deep communications. You guys connect really strongly on an emotional, intuitive level, but also on the level of communication itself. You guys might talk about deep subjects, so you feel that you connect and can go deeper than you can with other people. There's something around that, and also, of course, like the earthworm is digging really deep under the sand, so it's like this communication that happens between you, the way that you guys communicate with each other, connect with each other, get each other, talk about those deeper things. It goes deeper than just in talking. It grounds you. It feels like these communications are helping each of you to ground yourself, or you feel, at least about your person, that it helps to ground your person, the communications that you have. It helps your person, and it helps you in turn to feel more connected to yourselves, to the earth, to each other. Something around that coming up. So we do get overall life energy. So overall in life, your person may be sensitive to the things that people say and may get hurt around them. Overall in work, there's an innocent, naive quality coming up, like, or maybe it feels a little bit, I don't know why deer in headlights wants to come up, but maybe it feels a little bit like, I don't know what's coming. In love, this does feel like you guys talk a lot. Again, we got talky energy here, but it's like, it's not surface level talking, it's deep talking. It's talking that helps both of you grow to become more grounded within yourselves. It's communication that's special to you. Maybe a unique style that you guys even use, or maybe sometimes you don't even communicate, but it's like you know what the other person is feeling or going to say. And of course, overall in love, feeling a bit magical, but a little bit more grounded in around that magic quality within this connection. In love, or in life overall, on your side of the energy, you may feel like a lot of things are mirroring you this week. It may feel like a lot of synchronicities are taking place over the course of the next 7 days as well. Like you are seeing reflections of yourself and other people, or other people are reflecting a lot back to you. It may feel a lot more triggering or mirroring for you these next 7 days, or you may be experiencing a lot of synchronicities, the universe giving back to you what you're giving to it. Overall in work, I feel like you also are rising out of the ashes. You are coming into your own. You're realizing what you want to do. You're becoming stronger. Maybe something even fell apart and you weren't even sure what to do with it, but you have turned a phoenix out of the ash. You turned lemonade out of the lemons. You know, you've made something powerful out of something that could have been destroyed, or you felt was destroyed, or something that was. Again, this connection's being reborn, and you're being reborn in work. Something is coming full circle around your work sector, breathing more life into it, more confidence, more capability. This connection has taught you something that you're taking with you that you can take to work as well. And I also see this energy that shows up in the overall sector of love, which we already talked about. So let's go ahead and dive into some of these signs, any major signs. So we do have connection ties in signs to Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, mostly Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, and that's what we see in the signs so far as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and dive into intentions, blockages, and actions. What is the intention of your person over the course of the next 7 days concerning this connection, concerning you? What is your person's intentions? All right, we do get the Ace of Cups, so they want fresh new love here. They want to offer love. They want to have a new chance at love with you. They want to be vulnerable, open up to you. They want to be able to share their heart. They want to be able to drink the fountain fresh again, feel love from you again. They want to experience love with you again. What blockages do we have coming up from your person? What blockages are keeping them? Anything that wants to come up? All right, yeah, I knew this would come up. Unhealthy patterns, those unhealthy cycles. I'm like, we got that healing that isn't quite being done. We got this healing that needs to be done that isn't quite being done. You're like circling around it like a vulture. What do I need to clean up? How do I clean this up? Can I clean this up? How do I fix this mess? And this energy is like, yeah, you're stuck in unhealthy patterns. Your blockage is your unhealthy cycles, your unhealthy patterns, and you need to heal those. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into actions. What actions will your person be taking over the course of the next 7 days? All right, Father of Wands. So this is a very powerful energy. It is a committed energy, but it's like still needing or wanting freedom. It's committed with freedom kind of an energy, but it's a very, it's close to a divine masculine energy. It's like coming into your power, coming into your divine masculine energy. Again, your person might not be the masculine in this connection, but this is a divine masculine energy. This feels like, a strong Capricorn. So you might be connecting to a Capricorn. This is a strong Aries. So your person may, or this can also be a very strong Leo. So your person may be a Leo or an Aries, or they may be connecting to one. But this is like coming into your power, coming into your own. This feels a lot like the divine masculine when it's in the magician energy. So this is like, I'm not going to let anything get in my way. I'm going to take action. I'm going to be powerful, move forward. The Aries and the Leo are very strong, moving forward, warrior signs, not letting whatever they want get in their way. They take what they want. They grab the bull by the horns kind of an energy. And that's what this is. It feels like I'm going to strike when the heat is on, right? I'm going to strike when it's right to, and this week it's right to do. So this energy feels very beautiful on this side and this side. It's just, I knew this would come up because there were two energies underneath that needed healing. And it's like the healing is not being done, yet they know it needs to be done. And this energy is like, you know, that's what's blocking it. You need to get it done. Or you need to work on it, or you need to try. So let's go ahead and get energy for your person. Or sorry, not your person, for you. All right, this is intention. So we do have our Wheel of Fortune and we have our Six of Swords. So this is energy that says, I'm going to move forward. I am moving forward. I am moving on, if that, into a new cycle. This is divine timing. It's like this is divine providence. It feels like a new cycle, maybe with this person. Maybe you were in separation and now you guys are together again. But for some of you, if you're already together, it feels like, you know what, I'm going to move on from whatever problems we had from the past. I'm moving out of them, moving forward into a future that I know is uncertain, but I'm going to do another cycle with you anyway. What goes around comes around, right? So it feels like your intention is to have another cycle with this person, whether, you know, for many of you, you were in separation and now you're back together again. For some of you, though, you were together and it's like, I'm just going to let bygones be bygones. I'm not going to hold the past against us. I'm letting go of the past, letting go of the whatever needs to be healed. I'm trying to just put that in pause and take care of the relationship itself, without making a big fuss out of whatever it was that was the problem between you two, and seeing what happens, seeing what comes, what may. Let's go ahead and get energy for blockages. What is blocking you? Wow, two want to come out again. So we get another spider energy, spider web. So this energy is what popped out here in the life sector for your person, but it was in reverse. Yours is in the upright. And we get another lamb. We also get another lamb energy, very interesting, which was also the lamb energy over here for how your person was feeling about you. Okay, so we have both of those pictures showing up again. So while your person may be slowing down or in life in general, or not making, you know, work their whole life, they may be trying to make heads or tails of the sacred geometry showing up in their life. It's like you are noticing the sacred geometry a lot more than they are, because yours is in the upright. You're also, but this is in your blockage. So, you know, these are actually in the reverse, sorry. So because these came out in your blockage, this is a sense of you not paying attention as you should to the sacred geometry. So over the next 7 days, you might not be noticing as much of the synchronicity that is there for you to see. 1 second, I need to take care of my kitty. All right, kitty's outside on the porch doing his thing in his litter box. Okay, so we've got our spider web reverse. So this is, yeah, this is reversed because this is in the blockages. So this energy is like you're maybe not noticing the sacred geometry either, like your person. You may be slowing down as well and not making work your priority, or you're not making work your life. But this is a blockage. So this is a reminder of maybe you need to work more. Do more in work. Notice the sacred geometry is trying to point you to the right direction. Synchronicities are trying to point you to the right direction and what to do to work, where to work, how to work more, how to make more of what you need so that you can solidify your work life. And this is also in the reverse. So this is our 4 of Swords. This energy overall is your 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is also like maybe feeling not good enough. You might be feeling like you're not good enough in work, or like maybe other people have more to offer than you do. And this is a reminder that you are good enough. You do have enough to offer. You have so many qualities, so many skills. You are unique. You bring something new to the table that others don't. And so your own blockage is your own thinking that you are not good enough for what you have to offer in life and work. And the synchronicities, the sacred geometry source is there to remind you that you are, and to put more effort into your life, into your work. Or you might feel like you don't have something to offer in this connection anymore. For some of you, you know, of course, this is a love reading and the way this connects to your person. So you may feel like maybe you're not good enough for your person, or not good enough for something in this connection. Like maybe, but you know, again, you're letting yourself think your way out of knowing that you are enough. You have enough to offer. So this is our 4 of Swords. This is in reverse. So this is like you're not spending the time that you need in prayer or meditation, or connecting to source, connecting to God, healing what you need to heal in your own life, or you're not in therapy or talking to your person about therapy or healing. This is like your own blockage is knowing that something needs to be healed, but ignoring what needs to be healed. Knowing that you're good enough, but believing or pretending that you're not good enough in work or love. Not putting the work in, not connecting to source in order to overcome that. So let's go ahead and look at our actions. What do we get for actions here? All right, so what we get here, all right, actions are your wish fulfillment, your wish come true. So that's funny, we also got that energy at the very beginning here, which was our 9 of Cups, but this one again was also in reverse. So you're repeating 3 energies at the end that your person has on this side. So, but this is in the upright. So this energy is like, I'm going to make my dreams come true. I'm going to focus on what makes me happy, my dreams, my wishes. And for many of you, I feel like it's this person. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to make my dreams come true. I'm going to take the action toward what I want in this life and make it happen. So beautiful, very beautiful for you. Let's go ahead and get an advice. You know, I love to draw an Egyptian glyph at the very end for the overall advice. What is the overall advice or overall to focus on for your person? And what is the overall advice for you? The overall advice for you. All right, we did get 2 here when you come out. Interesting. Okay. All right, so this energy is a lot, this is the Emperor energy. So this is, again, a lot like Divine Masculine. This is focusing on your Divine Masculine power. Again, take gender as it resonates, but this is like the 3rd time Divine Masculine has showed up on this side. This is also a strong Aries energy. So you may be an Aries or connecting to an Aries. You are definitely showing up as an Aries Leo over the next 7 days, at least that kind of fiery, vibrant, grabbing life by the horns kind of an energy. This here is reminding you that what you need to focus on is your own eternal internal growth, your eternal and internal growth. You need to focus on that Divine Masculine growth. A lot of times there is soul awakening that occurs, or a sense of knowing your own soul, your own intuition, your own emotion, and there's a sense that you need to connect to that and know your own power over the course of the next 7 days. Like, the power is within you. Like, the movie The Wizard of Oz comes to mind. Like, you had the power all along. It's like you don't know you have the power in you, and you need to know that you have that power within you. You need to wake up to that power, to that source, to know that you are the master of your own ship, that you're the one guiding it. So there's something around that in order to heal your blockage. And what I'm getting on the Divine Feminine side, or your side, you must be a Divine Feminine because this person's a Divine Masculine, but your side of the energy, again, take gender as it resonates for you. We do get Devil energy, and we get the Moon. So this is the eye out of Egypt and the incense censer out of Egypt. And of course, out of Egypt here, we have our person praying to God, eternal time, and that is our He, or Emperor energy. So this is Ayin out of Hebrew, or the devil out of Arcana. This is our Moon out of Arcana, and of course, Kof in Hebrew, and our incense censer. So this energy is saying you need to focus on those patterns in your life that are not healthy, the patterns that are hidden, that you are hiding from yourself, that you don't want to look at within this connection, within your person. It's like you are not wanting to look at what is hidden here, what is hiding, and it's like you need to look at those unhealthy patterns instead of sweeping them under the rug. You need to deal with them, or deal with whatever is not healed in this connection. And this devil energy came right here in the middle, like this person's devil energy here. Like, this devil energy is their blockage, and it's like you need to look at this blockage, at this devil energy. You need to look at and not ignore that devil energy, and it comes out right in the same spot. So this is what's coming up for you over the next 7 days. Thank you so much for joining. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We still are new, and remember, our collective comes on Wednesdays, and we do have a You versus Them that comes up on our Saturdays. And take care, God bless, and I will see you later.